medical technician, or EMT, is an emergency responder who is trained to provide medical care to critically ill or injured people in emergency situations. The duties that EMTs are responsible for are responding to emergency calls, performing medical services, bringing patients to the hospital, determining a patient's condition and what their treatment will be, providing first aid or life support, knowing how to operate heart monitors, defibrillators, and other medical equipment. The pros of being an EMT are shorter school time, it's an active job, you get an adrenaline rush, and there's a satisfaction of helping people. There's also a lot of new challenges and experiences. The cons of being an EMT are that there is a very low salary and it can be very difficult to provide for a family. It can also be a very gruesome job and you can see a lot of dead or dying people. It is also a very stressful job and there is a lot of paperwork. Being an EMT is also a very dangerous job, and there are very long hours. In order to become a paramedic or EMT, I would need to have 4 years of schooling, and I would need to obtain a Bachelor's of Science in Emergency Medical Services. The top schools that I would want to attend to study to become a paramedic would be Notre Dame, Pepperdine, Harvard, or Creighton. However, the school that I chose was Creighton. I chose Creighton because I love the location and it is not too close or too far from home. I also like that it is a private Jesuit school and my religion is very important to me. It is also a D1 school and sports are also very important to me and I would hope to play sports in college. It is also a good school for me because I would be able to obtain the degree I want and study emergency medicine. A few of the courses I would need to take to become an EMT or paramedic are EMS 401 Trauma, EMS 423 Field Experience, EMS 416 Medical Emergencies, and EMS 412 Cardiology. After 4 years of college, I would obtain my Bachelor's of Science in Emergency Medical Services. The salary of an EMT is based upon what state you live in. The average salary for an EMT or paramedic living in Colorado is $13.73 an hour and $28,552 a year. There are many different jobs that an EMT can be, including a paramedic, an emergency room technician, a dispatcher, a manager of emergency response teams, and a private ambulance technician, or they can work in the military. A legal case that involved an EMT happened on June 22, 2010, when a mother who was 6 months pregnant had a miscarriage in the bathroom of her home. She immediately called 911, and after the EMT got to the house and carried out the mother on a stretcher, they went to the bathroom, but they saw that the baby moved his head, so they called ALS and placed the baby in a small container. The ALS said the fetus was non-viable and that there was never a heartbeat. However, when the mother and child arrived at the hospital, a nurse found that the fetus was still warm and had a heartbeat, so he was placed on a warmer and the staff attempted to resuscitate the fetus. The baby was then incubated and eventually put on a ventilator. Then the baby was transported to the NICU at Boston Hospital to continue his care and treatment. However, after a month and 16 days, the baby died from brain damage due to a lack of oxygen. The plaintiffs claimed that the accepted standard care for basic and paramedic EMTs in Massachusetts in 2010 needed basic and paramedic EMTs to give an accurate evaluation and treat the patients by going off established protocol. Due to negligence, the fetus was improperly cared and designated as non-viable, and was also put into a plastic bag in a box with a lid, which deprived the fetus of oxygen and was not resuscitated for the first few minutes the baby was alive. The case settled for a minimal discovery of $1 million. My personality type is a turbulent campaigner. That means that I am charming, independent, energetic, and compassionate. A turbulent campaigner is a free spirit and is less interested in the excitement and pleasure of a moment, but enjoys the social and emotional connection with other people. I am an extrovert, and I am a very social person, and I am enthusiastic about social interactions and get easily excited. I am intuitive, which means that I am imaginative, open-minded, and curious. I am prospecting, which means that I am good at improvising and seeing new opportunities. I am prospecting because I am good at dealing with stress, and I am flexible and relaxed most of the time. My personality type is a strength for my career because being a very energetic person will help me to be quick on my feet when I'm in the field and have a lot of energy, which is very necessary for being an EMT. Being intuitive is also a strength because it will help me improvise and be quick on my feet if I am in a dangerous situation or am dealing with a frantic patient. Another strength that being intuitive has is that I can be prepared to deal with the patient because I don't know what state the patient will be in, and I can care for the patient. Another strength that being a campaigner is that I am empathetic and care about others, which would help me to calm frantic patients and care for them.